UPFront. Welcome. My name is Tekla Ali Johnson, and I'm very, very excited today about this program because we have as our guest one of my favorite musicians here in town that I followed along, and she doesn't even know probably I'm a fan, huge fan, but I am. This is Robin Springer.
Hi.
And we're really, really excited to have you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Robin, will you just start out by talking about how you got into music? What was when you were a kid? What happened? Or how are you different? What made you gravitate this way?
Well, of course, like many singers, it happened in church. You know, I grew up in a family that was religious, and we went to church all the time. And you know, church has that music. You just can't escape that heartfelt kind of music. And I just kind of took to it really. And my grandmother used to hear me singing. I used to sing along with all the commercials on TV because they used to have a lot of jingles back then. You know, all these little songs, sing along. And I'd be singing along all the time. And my grandmother noticed, like, wait a minute, this little girl remembers all the commercials. Instead, you know how kids run away and play and then they come back when the show's on?
Yeah.
I'd stay and sing the songs.
Wow.
So she said, okay, that's it. I'm going to teach her a song. So she taught me a song. And I sang it in church, and then, you know, that's how it happened.
So your grandmother was also a singer?
Yeah, Wilhelmina played the guitar, and she sang, yeah. Wilhelmina Washington.
Uh-huh. Was that here in Charlotte?
I grew up in New York.
Oh, New York.
But my grandma was from Charleston, but she raised me with my mother in New York City.
Oh, my goodness. Any other family members were musicians?
My father was a guitar player, he can sing. My mother sings.
Ah.
And I had other relatives on my grandmother's side. They had bands. I mean, we kind of, yeah.
Grew up like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. You know, it's a kind of, it's more frequent than you would think. That people,
Right.
Yeah. So what about if you just ask you a quick question, what pops into your mind is that favorite song that really just attracted you? Was it that church song? Was it a song your grandmother taught you?
Oh, that's
something you liked really early
when
on?
I was a kid?
Yeah, or just something that was a favorite.
I liked everything. I mean, you know, they was always singing. I mean, whatever they were singing, I was trying to sing along. I mean, you know.
Since you said you like jingles, yes, I think.
Yeah, I was singing those jingles like crazy. You know, I don't know.
So what about bands you played with or early on? Like, what was your first after church? How did you transition into?
I went to the Fame School. It was music and art.
Oh.
So that high school experience, yes, that was amazing. It's like, you know, I want to live forever. And that was like a lot of fun because all the kids were talented. It was just a melting pot of talented kids, and we kind of fed off of each other, and that was great in the city. So it kind of started there, and I got my first professional gig singing commercial jingles in Manhattan at 17.
Wow, that's funny. That's kind of ironic. But I'm not surprised to hear you went to that school. That it really makes sense now that I'm,
I had to go.
Observing. Fantastic. So what about mentors or specific teachers? Anybody that really?
Oh, my junior high school teacher, Mr. McCann. See, they had music in schools, like serious music in schools, and we had this chorus.
New York is like that, though. Right?
Yeah, it is. And we had so many musicals that I did in junior high school. Mr. McCann, we did for the events, we did Reese. I mean, we were doing a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And that propelled me to go to high school and just continue, and then right after that, just continue to record.
You went to another art school?
No, I mean, after junior high, going to music and art because of the influence in junior high was such a good thing with the music that was there. And then in church.
And then you went to professional?
Right, I went right from high school to senior professional.
Jeez. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky to be able to. I mean, business is hard.
Very nice,
but you can still be a part of it and do many things and feel alive and feel accomplished. I mean, there's so many areas of the business that you can enjoy and be a part of. So I was able to do a lot.
You did a lot in New York, and then you came to Charlotte.
Came to Charlotte about 10 years ago. By the time I came to Charlotte, I was already singing live in different venues in New York. I sang with a group called Valley Music. Okay. And they did a lot of corporate events and that kind of gig, you know. I came here and kind of got acclimated to the music scene here and got to know a lot of the musicians. And
name some that you like to work with, that you really had a fun occasion with, or something special happened.
I worked with Brian Shelton and Scott J. How did I know? And I worked with Greg Cagle. Greg Cagle is a great guitarist. that we did an album together.
Yeah, he really is.
Yes, we play a lot together. It's an acoustic kind of sound. He plays the guitar. And
What's the name of that now?
It's Spring the Cable, the acoustic project.
That's what, okay, acoustic project.
And
that's been since, and you guys have been working together for at least
6 years.
Is it 6?
8 years maybe.
Yeah, because I think I saw you.
You did, yes.
And I was like, oh man, what a nice group. So, really, really
So I do a lot. I mean, I can do a duet, trio, quartet, full band, whatever the client.
Well, let's talk just for a minute about some of the influences, you know, in terms of, you know, besides commercials, no, but in terms of genre, because I've heard you perform and it's like you do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's really hard to put you in one niche. It's jazzy, you know, jazz, but you also do other stuff.
I do other stuff.
So what is the,
It's
can you talk about that
the
stuff?
melody, it's the song. I will sing a pop song. It's gorgeous. I will sing it because it's the melody that hits me, and of course the words. And if it's fun to sing, and I can embellish it with my own voice and how I want to interpret it, it's a great thing. So it could be a gospel song, it could be a jazz song, it could be a pop song, it could be a rock song, it could be blues.
So you really like ballads, right?
I like it all. I like it all. I like a good band.
I'm trying to pick you out
With a
before
steady
so
drum. I like a good drum. I like it quiet too, so I can feel that intimacy with the audience, and they can really hear me, and I can sort of serenade them. And then it's also good, like I said, we have a really good band, and that rhythm is there. That's great too. So I like to be versatile.
Well, it definitely shows
Thank you.
in your style. I mean, definitely. We're going to, if you let us, have a listen to something that you've done. We're listening already in the background, of course, in your music. But can we just listen to another piece real quick, and we'll be right back?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. We'll be right back.
The second hand Then you say, go slow, I fall behind. The second hand unwind. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I won't get you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I won't get you. I will be waiting. Time after time. Time after time. Oh, time after time. Oh, time after time. Yeah, time after time. Thank you so much.
Welcome back. This is Upfront. And Robin, I forgot to ask you a question earlier that's been on my mind, and that is about instruments. I know you're a beautiful singer. Fantastic. We enjoyed the piece that you did. Thank you so much for that. But what about other instruments? Do you play any?
I used to play piano when I was a kid. I took lessons, and you know, that whole little girl thing with piano and everything, but I wanted to sing. I wanted to hold a microphone. I know my mother couldn't. After a while, I was like, Mom, I'm so sorry. It didn't gel for me to sing and play. I just wanted to get up from the piano and do my thing. So
I was going to ask you, do you still play?
not really. I mean, I can do a little bit. I don't in private. I don't really. But I'll make it back to it one day. I'll make it back to it.
Now that leads me to another question about your composing music. Do you write? You use the piano. You write songs, right?
I can. I'm more of a collaborator. You know, I work with someone and there's an idea and I can move with that. I can write lyrics
Right.
and do very good with working with melodies. You know, so I like to collaborate.
Yeah, I think I heard you say this is an original song, or once I saw you performing, and
Right.
it was at the Ritz. And can you tell me what is your favorite song you've done that way, or what is one of your best songs? I hear
This
something
particular
good.
album that we talked about that I did with Greg Cagle,
Yeah.
the acoustic project,
Right.
is a song actually written by Greg Cagle. I didn't write that, but
What
it's
is
called
that?
December. It's my favorite one. I love that song. I enjoy recording it. And actually, right now, Greg and I was on a blues album, and we have collaborated, and we are working on some new songs that we're writing together. And it's going to be exciting.
Now, when you talked about the collaboration, what really inspires you to write? What is it? Is it nature, or how does that work for you? When you feel like writing a piece of
Well,
music?
lots of times I like to write about, when it comes to lyrics, you kind of like to write about what you know about, or what moves you in a way, you know. And everybody writes about romance, and that's always easy. I mean, you can't have it because those are heartfelt things, you know.
Right.
You can write a fun song about growing up, or about people in your life and that kind of thing.
Right.
Experience is always the best tool to write from. You know, you can feel it, and that drives a melody to it. It's going to be a sad song, or it's going to be a happy song. You know.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
What about you talked about collaboration. Besides Greg, have you written songs with other artists? Or
Yes, I did. I did.
Tell us about it.
Oh.
How did it go? Who was it? And how did it go?
How did it go? I mean, I've collaborated with a lot of people, and I've worked with a lot of different artists, and I was featured on Najee's album years ago.
Really?
I worked with John Forte from the Fugees. And
Really?
yes.
What
and,
do you remember? What song?
It was Harmonize.
Oh,
This
wow.
is the way we harmonize.
Yeah.
This is
Really?
the way we harmonize. It's a great collaboration with John.
Really? Okay, so you're really a serious songwriter also, as well as a singer.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I have seen you perform, especially at the Ritz-Carlton, but I know you perform other places as well.
Right,
Can you
yeah.
talk about where you perform and?
Well, I get bookings, I stay mainly in the Carolinas, or as far as Virginia, going down to Charleston,
Right.
you know, and mainly a cover artist. I do a lot of variety of music that different genres and all kinds of songs that people, because you know, the people come in,
Right.
and there's so many different kinds of people.
It is.
Everybody doesn't like the same thing,
No.
but
they all
everybody likes something.
But they all like you.
Yeah, so
You know, really, it's true, and I love that churches all different folks, you know, but you sing different. Give me an example of what 2 or 3 songs that you would sing.
I mean, I may do some Bonnie Raitt 1 minute,
Right.
turn around and do the Spinners the next,
Right.
turn around and do John Mayer,
Right.
and then do Aretha Franklin.
That's what I was trying to figure out. What would you say influenced you? Because earlier I was trying to think, how do you, but you really like it all.
A good voice. I love someone who can sing and interpret that song like seriously.
Right.
And that's why I love Aretha and James Ingram. We're kind of old school. I have to admit that I am old school, really, really. But there's some newer artists. I love Jill Scott. I love Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah.
Just, you know, but I love music altogether, so I'm very flexible.
One of those songs I've heard you sing is that, and I also there's another artist here that sings it, but I love your the way that you interpret it, and that is that Get That Trailways song. You hear?
Get Here, yes. You sing that Anita Adams. Love her. Her voice is so rich.
Right,
you know, so the songs I choose are the artists that I love. So, you know.
But beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful answer too. Can we just talk about your album just a little bit?
The one I'm working on, or the one?
I want both. Let's take one and then take the other one.
Well, the one that's out now with Greg is.
What's the name of it?
It's called the Spring and Cable, the acoustic project.
Okay.
And it's a variety of songs. It's about 4 original songs, and they're written by Greg. Greg Cable wrote the song. He had them already written. I love them, and so we just went with those songs.
Right.
And then we did covers because it's kind of what we do. When people come up to us and say, "Hey, do you have something? I enjoyed my evening," and you know, so we want to give them something that we've been doing that they like to hear, and the familiarity of some of the cover songs kind of goes down easy. You know what I mean? I will admit that sometimes when you're singing live music, people kind of want to hear what they know. They want to hear some familiar music. They really do. You can't like, I'm going to sing 10 songs that you've never heard before. I mean, that's kind of cool, but you're like, excuse me, do you know this song? And then
Right.
So that's fine.
So on that particular album, what is a couple of the cuts that you think are the best that you really
We
love?
did some Michael Jackson. We did I Love You Where You Are.
Oh,
We did Sting, Wrapped Around Your Finger.
Oh,
we did,
man. Takes me back.
We did some Elton John. We did What Do I Want to Do to Make You Love Me?
Oh, my
Sorry,
gosh.
seems to be the hardest
That's
word.
right. Yeah.
And we did some James Ingram and Patty Austin, Baby Come To Me.
Oh,
And we
love
did some
that.
Joni Mitchell, Help Me.
Love
So
it.
that's a variety of R&B,
Oh, my goodness.
pop,
And that's the first album. Okay, really good. Now, what about this next project that you're working on?
blues. We're going to just go straight blues this time.
Jeez, I'm trying to think. Have I heard you guys do that? I haven't.
Well, I did some B.B. King.
Yeah,
at
that's
the
true.
Reese.
That's true.
I can do it.
Well, what are you going to do on the album? I want to know.
I don't think I'm gonna do any blues covers. I'm serious. We're gonna write all new blues songs. I'm seriously. I don't think we're gonna do any covers.
Really?
Yeah.
So he writes like that, and you're gonna collaborate.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
gonna do this together.
We can do it. We've got quite a few songs on our list already.
Oh, that's really exciting. I want to know more about that. I can't wait to
I'll
hear
let
it.
you know as soon as it's done.
We're gonna keep on enjoying your music. I have definitely enjoyed talking with you. I've been wanting to know more about you ever since the first time I saw you. I thought, oh my goodness, your music is very, very compelling.
Well, I appreciate you coming to see
Very,
me.
very compelling.
Thank
So
you.
happy to
All
meet
right.
you. Okay, we're going to listen to one more cut. We get one more cut of the song, and we're going to come right back. So we have one more chance to hear you play.
Great.
And the living's easy. Fish are jumping, and cotton is high. Oh, Daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you? Summertime works. Little baby, don't you cry. Thank you. Tell me what's wrong.